Greetings, YouTube. It is no secret that I detest Alliance War and take pride and really enjoyment in not doing it. But the problem is when you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to help people enjoy what you refuse to participate in, it can be tough to make an informative video to give you options for credit card nodes, as I like to call them, when I can't show you things myself. But that is why those of you out there who really care about informing good counters are here to step up. And such was the case today when I had the user by the name of Gekevery, Gkevery. It's like maybe a silent G. It's Kevery without the G. Anyhow, he contacted me because he knows that there has been a major change in the positive direction with the new season of Alliance War for the biggest credit card node of all. And I've heard this pronounced a million different ways. I have butchered it like nothing else. But Google tells me it's pronounced Ageis, and you just ignore the A at the front. So it's like E and then Gis. I don't know if I'm going to get criticized for that, probably. But that's how one pronunciation tells me to do it. So on this node, it's been changed, thankfully, to where instead of having to intercept a bunch, you just have to do heavies. But of course, that means that a lot of top-tier alliances are putting Mordo on that node because the Astro Evade wrecks people, especially when you have those indestructible charges on before you can land the heavies. So the question is, who is a great counter for Mordo on that node? And if you saw the title of this video, you clicked on it, you know we're going to talk today about Ghost. And before I play this video, which the user did want to say that he successfully brought in Ghost on the first round of this past Alliance War, the first one for the new season, and it worked, but it was easier for him to show you this example in a duel. So keep in mind that Ghost has a two-part heavy attack, which will drop both charges, assuming you only have two charges to drop. And he said that he's in a Tier 8 alliance, so the hard or intermediate map, certainly those of you who are in a tougher map will have to drop more charges. But she has a two-part heavy, which will drop both charges, and her crit will not cause Mordo to Astro Evade. So how does that look? Play the video and watch ourselves, shall we? So we're going to start here, and we're just going to assume that you've got those. And check that out. Boom. So you've got a parry and still the ability to counter. And that's great, because part of the frustration with Ghost is, of course, learning how to play her. But if you don't use Ghost, I should say, it's bringing in counters that aren't going to help you with every other node in the path. You don't want to bring in a champion that's only going to be a good counter for Mordo, but then it's ended up going to be a liability for the rest of your paths. And that's one of the biggest complaints I heard from players at the beginning. It was not just that the node was BS, but that the champs that they were going to need to bring in to counter that node were not going to really be the best champs to help them along their other path. And of course, you can only bring 3 champions in for Alliance War attack. So Ghost is, of course, an extremely popular champion as one of the best attackers in the game. And so it's nice to see that one of those quote-unquote god-tier, top-tier attackers still works really well for a counter on that node. So thanks again to the user Gkevery for delivering this information so I could post it on my channel and hopefully help out people who are struggling to counter Mordo on that still somewhat credit card, but thankfully not as much of a credit card max node. I just wish you all the best of luck, and I'll be thankful to be able to watch from the sidelines, seeing the carnage and knowing I don't have to take part in it, at least not this current season.